He looked at his mother. "Mother, please help me." Then he turned to his father. "Father, you taught me to work hard, to be honest, and to respect people. Geeta is the woman I love. Isn't that what marriage should be?" For a brief moment, Latha's expression softened, but Mahesh remained unmoved. "Love is not enough." "It is enough for me," Vikram answered. Mahesh stood and faced his son. "You will marry Aarti." "I can't." "You will." "I won't." Mahesh's voice thundered through the room. "I said you will." Vikram stood as well. "I cannot stand beside another woman while my heart belongs to Geeta. It would be unfair to Aarti and cruel to Geeta. I won't destroy 3 lives just to satisfy tradition." Latha stood beside her husband. "We have already given our word to Aarti's family. There is nothing left to discuss." Vikram looked at both of them in disbelief. "You made this decision without even asking me?" Mahesh's answer was immediate. "As your parents, it is our duty." "No," Vikram replied quietly. "It should have been my choice." Mahesh stepped closer until they were face to face. "Listen carefully. If you refuse this marriage, then you are refusing this family." Vikram stared silently. "Everything I have built, the house, the land, the business, was meant for you." Mahesh paused before delivering his final warning. "But if you marry Geeta, you will inherit nothing." The room became silent. "You would disown your own son?" Vikram whispered. "I will not leave my life's work to a son who refuses to honor his parents." Latha nodded sadly. "Our decision is final." Vikram wiped the tears from his face. He looked at his parents one last time. "I love you both." His voice trembled. "But I cannot stop loving Geeta simply because you tell me to." He turned and walked toward the front door. The door slammed shut behind him. Moonlight flooded the front yard as Vikram stood alone beneath the night sky. Looking up at the moon, he whispered, "I won't give up on you, Geeta, no matter what it costs." The quiet neighborhood was bathed in soft moonlight. The Sharma residence stood proudly behind its large wrought iron driveway gates, warm light glowing from every window. Just outside the gates, Vikram stood motionless beneath the night sky. His shoulders were heavy. His eyes were fixed on the moon. He had imagined this night ending very differently. Instead, it felt as though his entire future had been taken from him. A familiar voice gently broke the silence. "Vikram?" He slowly turned. Geeta was walking toward him from her family's neighboring home. The moment she reached him, she noticed the tears still glistening in his eyes. Without saying a word, she gently took his hand. "What happened?" she asked softly. Vikram lowered his head. "They've chosen my wife." Geeta's heart dropped. "They've already decided?" He nodded. "My father said the marriage has already been arranged." "He told me I have no choice." Geeta's eyes filled with tears. "What did you say?" "I told them I love you." His voice shook. "I told them you're the only woman I've ever wanted to marry." "I begged them to change their minds." Geeta squeezed his hand tighter. "What did your father say?" Vikram looked back toward the brightly lit Sharma residence. "He refused." "He said you would never become his daughter-in-law." "He said your parents failed to raise you properly." Geeta looked away, wounded by the words. He said because you came into my room several times while we were growing up. Our families had already crossed the line of what he considered respectable. Tears slowly rolled down Geeta's cheeks. I never meant to shame your family. You didn't, Vikram immediately replied. You came because we were best friends. We studied together. We laughed together. We grew up together. You've never done anything to deserve this. He gently wiped a tear from her cheek. My father wouldn't listen. He gave me an ultimatum. If I refuse this marriage, he'll disown me, and I'll lose everything. Geeta looked into his eyes. Does that change how you feel about me? Vikram answered without hesitation. No, not for a single second. I would give up every dollar my father owns before I gave you up. Geeta smiled through her tears. I love you too, Vikram. I've loved you for as long as I can remember. They stood quietly beneath the moonlight, their hands still intertwined. Neither of them spoke for several moments. Finally, Geeta broke the silence. What if we don't give up? Vikram looked at her. My parents have always respected yours, she continued. They've known each other for years. If my mother and father speak with your parents, if they explain that we've loved each other for years, perhaps your parents will listen. Vikram hesitated. My father is stubborn. I know. But he's also a man who respects tradition. If two families sit together with respect, maybe he'll at least hear them out. Hope slowly returned to Vikram's face. You really think your parents would do that? Geeta smiled warmly. They love me. They've watched us grow up together. If they know how much we love each other, I'm certain they'll try. For the first time that evening, Vikram allowed himself a small smile. Then tomorrow, we'll ask your parents to come to my house. We'll ask them to speak with my parents. And we'll fight for our future. Geeta nodded. Together. Their fingers intertwined once more as they stood beneath the moon, looking toward the brightly lit Sharma residence. Neither of them realized that behind one of the living room windows, Mahesh quietly watched them from inside the house. His face remained stern. His mind was already planning his next move.